as I wait for the diaconate ministry to give me their report, one of the things that I want to remind you is that the Word of God is not only for us. The Word of God is for everyone. His Son died for everyone. And what we need to do, first let me ask you a question. How many of you have come to understand and agree that the word being preached in this church is not the word of man, but comes from the Word of God? Since you have come to understand that we are in the past, you were being fed something. In the past, you was drinking something. But that something that you were being fed and that something that you were drinking was not always the Word of God. You think about life in Antioch Christian Church before God sent me by. You think about what was preached from behind this sacred desk. You try the Spirit by the Spirit. You compare word to word. And you raise your hand if you can tell me with 100% confidence and with 100% assurity that everything that was told to you was the truth. You tell me that every tradition that you actually adhere to was a tradition of God, or was it a tradition of man? God has pulled a bait and switch on you guys. He told you to keep on coming. Don't you know that there's mothers and dads of the church that you did not know that when they were home, they were on their hurting knees, praying to God to change things at Antioch Christian Church? See, it's so easy to see what is now and forget what used to be and understand how far God brought you through. Someone showed me a picture or pictures of Antioch. Sister Linda Warwick showed me pictures of Antioch 2 years ago. And I was here 2 years ago. And for the life of me, I could not understand or remember that that's the way the church looked. I said, no way was that Antioch. You know why? Because we lose sight of what God brought us from, and our new point of reference is where we are now. But I want you to know that when you lose sight of what was, you don't remember the goodness of God and the move of God in your life, because you are just focused on what is now. And I say that to say that Antioch Christian Church is a different church. It is a church that is pleasing in the sight of God. And there is no one who goes to a restaurant and experiences a good meal that you keep it to yourself and you only go to that restaurant by yourself. And we have a responsibility. The Bible in Matthew 28:8, it says, go out and make disciples. We have a responsibility to go and share with people the truth of God. Because I don't know if you realize it, but not every church that's called a church is preaching sound doctrine. Not every church that calls themselves a church is edifying and leading and keeping people in the way called the way, the truth, and the life. You have a responsibility to go out and save someone by telling them, come to my church where you will experience truth. You experienced the earthquake on Friday. Come to Antioch Christian Church on Sunday and experience the goodness of God. We need to go out into the highways and the byways. For all of you, there's a whole lot of people that did not used to be here. And there's a whole bunch of people that are going out and bringing people in. And it's bringing them in to save their soul. It's bringing them in to encourage them. We don't need to be the biggest church. We just need to be the most effective church. We need to be the church that is helping people. So go out and tell somebody what God has done in your life and what God is doing in the life of your church.
Okay. Good afternoon, church. We have Sister Barbara Smith here. She's coming under Christian Experience, and we'd like to welcome her.